We want to throw our kit before using our ultimate. We throw out our 1, we're able to get the pick onto the Athena. We throw out our 2, get some good damage. You get a lot of damage. I thought was also a Sobek ult. We're able to get the 2 or the ultimate onto the Anubis. We hit the Mulan. We're going to get the root. We get the 2, and we're able to get a triple kill. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we're going to be going over the Living Death Scylla in mid. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer and you watch the Smite World Championship, then you might have seen Paul from PK playing Scylla in mid. Today we're going to be going over the build that he used and why it is so effective. So let's go ahead and jump into Scylla's kit. Scylla's 1, Sick'em. Scylla sends 2 hounds forward, damaging, rooting, and crippling the first enemy hit. At max rank, 2 additional enemies nearby the first target will also be hit. The root duration is 1.15 seconds at level 1, 1.75 seconds at level 5. Scylla's 2, Crush. Scylla creates a magical field that slows enemies. After 5 seconds, it detonates and causes damage. Scylla may activate the ability again to detonate it early. At max rank, enemies in the area also have their magical protections reduced by 25%, and a target hit by the damage is going to be slowed for 1 second. The slow is going to be 30%. Scylla's 3, Sentinel. While this ability is not on cooldown, Scylla is going to gain MP5, 4 MP5 at level 1, 12 MP5 at level 5. Whenever this ability is used, Scylla is going to summon a Sentinel to the target area, granting vision of enemies for 5 seconds. Scylla may activate the ability again within 5 seconds to move to the Sentinel location. At max rank, the vision is granted through line of sight blockers, and the placement range is increased. The vision range is 40 at level 1, 80 at level 5, and the summon range from levels 1 through 4 is 65, and then at level 5 it is 70. Scylla's ultimate, I'm a Monster. Scylla reveals her true nature, becoming immune to crowd control for the next 6 seconds and gaining movement speed. She may make 1 powerful attack during this time. If she kills an enemy god with the attack, she gains another 6 seconds and may attack again. At max rank, the movement speed doubles. The movement speed is going to be 35% for levels 1 through 4, and then at level 5 it is going to be 70%. And finally, Scylla's passive, Quick Learner. Each of Scylla's abilities gains an additional effect at max rank. In addition, Scylla gains 25 magical power for each max rank ability. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1 we want to put a point into our 2, level 2 put a point into our 1, level 3 put a point into our 3, level 4 put a point into our 2, then we want to put a point into our ultimate at level 5. Then we want to max out our 2. Whenever we have the option of either maxing out our 2 or putting another point into our ultimate, we want to max out our 2. Then we want to put a point into our ultimate, max out our 1, same condition. Whenever we have the option of either maxing out our 1 or putting a point into our ultimate, we want to put a point into our 1. Then we want to max out our 3, max out our ultimate. The reason we're maxing out our 1 and 2 is because we're gaining 25 additional magical power, and each one of those abilities is gaining an additional effect. We're going against an Anubis, a Pele, a Mulan who's most likely building some form of healing or lifesteal, and then the Heimdall who's going to be building some lifesteal. So we're going to be picking up some anti-heal this game. Luckily, this Anubis doesn't know that he can full clear the wave with his 1. We're getting some good poke onto him. We're kind of low on mana, so we're going to play it a little careful. We left Fountain with the Mage's Blessing, the tier 1 of Spear of Desolation. So Scylla is kind of a slept on god. I think she's always been really strong. She just doesn't get picked up as often as some of the other characters. Her early game is not the best. A lot of other characters can out-clear her in the early game, but whenever you get to that mid or late game, Scylla can really have an impact in team fights. She's also a pretty safe god with her 3.
I need the jungle bomb. Please? Your right tower is under attack.
We don't want to hit red without Bakasura. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. We're not really going to be able to clear it as fast as we'd like to without Bakasura. So we were going for it. He jumped on the Pele and we disengaged from the red buff. We have enough money for our boots, so we're going to want to clear red, clear one more wave, and then go ahead and back. Looks like we're going to make a gank attempt over in left. We do have our ultimate. We're going to use our 3, miss our 1, hit him with the 2, go ahead and use our ultimate. Get some good damage onto the Athena, but not enough to get the pick. Now we're in a bit of a bad spot. We don't have any mana. We're going to go ahead and back, and we missed some gold and XP because we let a wave under our tower. We're going to go ahead and pick up the lifesteal boots. Lifesteal boots are going to give us a little bit of power, and they're going to give us a little bit of lifesteal.
We got it. We're going to talk about this one after the game. You can't be dying.
Looks like the mid and jungler rotate over. Pele is on our speed. We're going to throw out our 2. We're able to get some of the damage. We miss our 1. Hit her with the basic attack or 2. We're going to use our 3. Hit her with the 2. She's absolute. And Sun Wukong is able to clean her up.
You are cruel.
Now that we have the lifesteal boots online, we're starting to clear some of these minions. So right here, during this game, we make a little bit of a misplay. I think just out of habit, we accidentally level up our ultimate. But when we're in this spot, we want to max out our 2, if possible. I think we actually have to put a point into our 1 before we can put a point into our 2. So if we can catch Athena mid-dash, we could actually cripple her and prevent her from continuing her dash with our 1. The fact that our 1 has a cripple on it is very nice, very handy. Bakasura comes in, uses his ultimate. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Our ultimate is not needed.
I need the jungle bomb. On my way.
We currently do not have any MP5 in this build, so we are going to be needing to pick up some mana potions. We're going to go ahead and secure the red buff. Rotate back to mid, clean up this next wave so we don't miss any gold or XP.
Be careful, right?
One of the other guys just got.
One thing that you can do at level 1 is you can throw out your 2 onto the wave and just let it sit there. There are a few characters that really like to step up to the front of the wave to clear it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Enemy missing middle.
I think Hera is a good example. So if Hera wants to clear a wave, she usually steps up to the front of your wave to land her 1. But if there's a Scylla 2 there, she's not going to be able to step up.
Ultimate is down.
One of the good guys got killed?
Retreat.
Anubis is rotating into the jungle. We're trying to tell the Bakasura to get out of there, but Anubis is able to clean him up. Throw out our 2, get some damage. We're hitting for 292 right now. feel like we're out clearing the Anubis, which is very nice. We're going to go ahead and back and pick up the Spear of Desolation. The Spear of Desolation is going to provide us 110 magical power, 10 flat magic penetration, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that getting a kill or an assist on an enemy god is going to reduce all of your cooldowns by 2 seconds. This item is receiving a buff in this upcoming patch on Season 8. However, it is still a pretty strong item. Sobek's kind of in a bad spot. We're going to see if we can provide him any help. Does not look like it. We got some good damage. So we have 10 flat penetration right now. The way flat penetration works is we take a look at the left side of our screen right above our beads. We can see a blue or a circle with a blue glow around it. That is our magical protections. Right now we're sitting at 39. So let's assume Anubis has 39 magical protections. If we have 10 flat penetration, we're going to be dealing damage to the Anubis as if he only had 29 magical protections. We throw out our root, we're going to use our ultimate. We get the pick onto the Pele, we get the pick onto the Anubis. Nice little double kill. We find another target, we're going to go ahead and try to chase her down. A little too early on our ultimate, we throw out the root, we're going to throw out our 2, get a basic attack in between. We've dumped our whole kit, so we're probably just going to back up right here. Heim's also kind of in the jungle, we're going to use our root, we're going to throw out our 1. Throw out our 2, and Sobek prevents us from getting the triple kill. We were there. I usually don't complain or say anything in VGS, but we were right there. We had our 2 under her and everything.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
So we are going to be going into a pretty heavy flat pen build. And the way I think we should be doing this, or at least the way I've seen Paul do it, is you always want to get Spear of Desolation first, even if you're going into a character where you do need Divine Ruin. This is going to grant you a large amount of magical power and some cooldown reduction, which is going to be very helpful. Throw out our 2, get some damage. Doesn't look like Bakasor really needs us. We're going to throw out our 3. Throw out our 1. Oh, we missed our 1 when we were right there. We're in trouble right now. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate to try to get away, and unfortunately we go down. That was just too aggressive from us. We should not have used our 3 to go into jungle. So, go into Spear of Desolation first. If we do not need to go into anti-heal, then we want to pick up the Spear of the Magus. If we do need to go into anti-heal, then we're going to pick up the Divine Ruin.
Thanks.
So this game, we do need some anti-heal, so we're going to go ahead and go into Divine Ruin. This is going to be a little bit of a trade-off. We're going to get some utility and being able to apply anti-heal, but we are losing out on some damage. Spear of Desolation is the key item to get our build started. Bit of a team fight going on in right jungle. We're going to go ahead, rotate there. We do have our ultimate, so we could really make an impact right here. We're going to kind of rotate behind the fight.
Oh no, one of my guys got
Enemy
killed!
ultimate down.
Steps inside the arc for a 2-pointer.
We want to throw our kit before using our ultimate. We throw out our 1. We're able to get the pick onto the Athena. We throw out our 2. Get some good damage. We get a lot of damage. That was also Sobek ult. We're able to get the 2 or the ultimate onto the Anubis. We hit the Mulan. We're going to get the root. We get the 2. And we're able to get a triple kill. The reason we want to use our abilities before our ultimate is we can go into our ultimate and give our abilities some time to get off of cooldown. We're going to go ahead and go into Divine Ruin. Divine Ruin is going to provide us 90 magical power and 10 flat penetration. It has a passive that enemies hit by an ability have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds. So right now we have 20 flat penetration, and our 2 has 25% penetration built into it. So the way I believe this works, and I could be wrong, is it works the opposite way of how you want it to work. So if the enemy has 200 magical protections, and we're, let's just say, 20%, so the math's a little bit easier, the order in which we subtract or remove a percentage matters. So if we were to remove 20% from 200, that'd bring us down to 160 magical protections, and then we would subtract 20 from that, bringing it to 140. But the way I think it actually applies is it does flat penetration first. So it's going to bring the 200 down to 180, and then it's going to take 20% off of that. There's a bit of a team fight going on. We're going to go ahead and rotate over. So it would be, oh, we just chunked that Pele. Be 180 minus 36.
Ultimate is ready.
Which puts us at 144. We're going to throw out, oh my goodness, that damage. We're going to go use our ultimate. We don't even need to. Our Sun Wukong is able to clean up the Heimdall. Basically, what I was trying to get at is that it is flat penetration applied first and then percent penetration. If it was the opposite order, it'd be a little bit more effective. And once again, I could be completely wrong about all that. We're going to go ahead and back because we have a pretty penny in the pocket. Not quite enough for Soul Reaver, but we're also kind of low on mana. So we're going to go ahead back and start working on Soul Reaver.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
Being able to deal damage to a squishy character
Missing right.
as if they only had 24 magic protections while we have 410 magic power is really going to chunk them. It's going to be a little less effective against the enemy tanks. However, most tanks aren't building into magical lifesteal this early on.
Take this, jungle buff.
They might start working on it around this time, but they usually don't have a tier 3 finish. We use our beads. We're going to go over the wall right here. Just play it super safe. We do have our ultimate.
Another point for the good guys. An enemy has been slain.
We're going to throw out our 1. We use our ultimate, get some good damage onto the Heimdall. We throw out our 2, and we're able to clean up the Heimdall. We're going to throw out our 1, get the root onto the Athena.
Going in for the double, but he gets
That's a triple kill for the Bakasura.
no problem.
I think the play is just to secure the tower, then we might be able to go for Fire Giant right here.
Be right back. Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Our team's a little too split for it. I think we could have gone for fire right there. If we had Xbalanque, Sobek, and myself. So one thing that Scylla can do really effectively that we did not really do or showcase very well in this video is you can place Scylla's 3 in a safe spot and then go out, throw your 1-2 combo. And then depending on how that works out, you can then use your 3 to get out of there. I think we maybe do it once. However, this can really allow Scylla to get in and out of fights really effectively, especially whenever you're sieging a tower or a phoenix.
Enemy ultimate tower.
Pele's nearby. We're going to rotate to the Sun Wukong. He's in a bit of trouble. If he goes down, we ourselves are going to be in a bit of trouble. We set up a ward on Fire Giant. Athena's able to clean up the Sun Wukong. Not a great fight for us. We're going to start wiggling away. We use our 3 to avoid the Pele 2. Team fight going on. We cast our 2. It's a little short. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We miss everybody. If we were a little bit quicker there, we probably could have cleaned up the entire enemy team.
Take a tower, then I'm gonna win this game.
Oh, and we picked up Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is going to provide us 95. We're going to use our 1. Heimdall turns back into the jungle. We're still kind of in this fight. We're going to set up our 3. Apply a little bit of pressure. Didn't work out. We're going to use our 3 to get away. And that's exactly what I was talking about. We did not do that enough this game. It is a little bit risky because it's going to put our 3 on cooldown. We miss our 1. We do 720 damage with our 2. Silbeck's in a little bit of trouble. Throw out our 1, get the root, throw out our 2. And now we want to disengage. We don't want 5 people chasing us. Spelunky's in a little bit of trouble. Spelunky goes down to the Anubis. We're going to throw out our 3. Throw out our 1. Use our beads. We can't teleport back. We took too long. We're going to use our ultimate. Start trying to run away. Right now we're getting 35% movement speed in our ultimate. We're going to use our Aegis. Use our 3. Get away. Turn. Hit her with the root. Hit her with the 2. Chunk her and send Bakasor onto her. That was a nice little escape from us. We're going to go ahead and go into Soul Reaver and then go into Obsidian Shard. Soul Reaver is going to provide us 95 magical power, 300 mana, and 10% penetration. It has a passive that your abilities deal an additional 2% of the target's maximum health as magic damage. If the target has over 2,000 health, this damage scales up. This scales up to a maximum of 7% if the enemy had 2,750 health. Subsequent hits on the same target do half the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds. We're going to go ahead and start working on the Primal Fury. The Primal Fury is going to provide everybody on our team some gold, and it's also going to allow us to deal more damage to jungle monsters and jungle bosses. On our next back, we're going to complete Obsidian Shard. Obsidian Shard is going to provide us 70 magical power and 20% penetration. It has a passive that your first ability cast gains 10% penetration. This can only occur once every 10 seconds. So, assuming that we have Obsidian Shard and its passive is ready to be used, we hit an enemy with our 2. That's going to be 20% flat penetration. That's going to be 25% penetration from the 2, and then an additional 30% from our item percent penetration, and then also an additional 10% from the Obsidian Shard passive. So that is going to be 20 flat pen and 65 magic penetration. 65% magic penetration. Wow. That was a mouthful right there. So let's assume the enemy has 220 magical protections. The 20 flat pen is going to bring it down to 200, and then 65% of that is going to be removed. So they're only going to have 70 magical protections. Bringing 220 down to 75 is a very decent amount. And that's not including the Soul Reaver passive. We're going to go ahead and work on this Phoenix. We're in a bit of a bad spot. We're going to throw up our 3. Go ahead and just teleport back to it. Our team's able to secure the middle Phoenix.
Yes.
We're going to rotate the safe way. It looks like our teams failed to realize that there's still a tower up.
Retreat.
We throw out our 2, dealing some great damage. Oh my goodness, this is prime ult session. We're able to get the pick onto the Heimdall. We're going to go ahead and get the pick onto the Pele and onto the Mulan. We're going to chase the Anubis. He's able to throw his 3. I'm going to dash up. Miss our 1. Hit him with the 2. Go ahead and work on this left Phoenix. If we get wrapped, we're going to use our beads. Go ahead and dash up. Be a little aggressive right here. Throw out our 2. Get the good chunk onto the Anubis. We should be able to close this game out right here. Everyone else has got about 10 seconds left. We're going to throw out our 2. The Bakasor is able to clean it up. And we're able to secure the victory. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.